Our next proverb, and a personal favorite of mine, if there's a will, there's a way. This means that if you... Hey everyone, how are you going? Welcome to my channel. My name is Catalin. In today's wonderful lesson, we're going to be learning 8 English proverbs that you really need to know. Native English speakers love using these proverbs all the time in their spoken English, so it's really great for you to know them and start using them. Learning proverbs also helps you improve your understanding and communication. So let's get into the video. Our first English proverb today is better to be safe than sorry. And this is something that I say quite a lot and something that I definitely believe. Better to be safe than sorry means that it's better to be cautious and careful when you're doing things, so you don't create any problems in the future and then regret your decision. A real life example that happened to me just a few days ago, it was a really nice and sunny day the other day, and so I decided to hang out the washing in the morning. But then an hour or two later, I needed to leave the house and the washing wasn't dry yet. So I looked outside and it didn't look like it was going to rain, but I did see some dark clouds in the distance. So I thought to myself, should I be lazy and leave the washing on the line, or should I take it in? If I leave it on the line and then it does rain, then I'm going to have to wash it all over again and then hang it out again, which is going to be really annoying. So I thought to myself, it's better to be safe than sorry, and I decided to take the washing in. And it's a good thing that I did, because as soon as I left my house, it really did start raining. So you see, it really is better to be safe than sorry. Another proverb that has a very similar structure to better safe than sorry is better late than never. This means that it's better to do something late than it is to never do it at all. I'd rather you hand in your homework late than never do it. Better late than never. Our third proverb today is a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. This is a beautiful and motivating proverb that comes from Chinese. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step means that no matter how difficult a task is, you actually need to start it if you want to complete it. You need to be working towards your goals to actually achieve them. For example, if your goal is to become fluent in English, you need to be working towards that if you actually want to achieve it. And the great thing is, if you're here, you're working towards it right now, so you're making progress. Our next proverb is actions speak louder than words. This is a very, very common proverb, and it means that what someone does says more about who they are than what they say. Because people could say anything about themselves. They could be telling lies all of the time and we might not know. But if their actions show something different, then their words don't matter. For example, somebody could say that they care a lot about the environment, but they never recycle. You would probably think, this person doesn't actually care about the environment at all. Their actions showed you who they really were. Actions speak louder than words. Up next is another good piece of advice. You can't judge a book by its cover. This means that you can't judge something just based on what it looks like. You can't tell whether a book will be good or not just by looking at its cover, can you? If you could, you would probably have some type of superpower. But for most of us, we need to read it to find out whether it will be good or not. And this applies to other things as well, like people and food. You can't tell whether a dish will be tasty just by looking at it. You need to try it first. Proverb number 6 is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This proverb means that if something is working well, don't try to change it. I'm sure a lot of us have felt before that we could improve something by just adding a little bit extra. And then we go ahead and do that and we think, oh, maybe we shouldn't have done that. It looked better before. In this situation, I would say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. For example, if you're painting a picture and you're finished and you think it looks pretty good, but then you have an idea, oh, if I just add one extra thing, then it would look even better. So you go ahead and do that and it ruins the whole picture. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just with the language of this proverb, I know that it might be a little bit unclear. Specifically the word ain't. Ain't is a very informal way of saying isn't. It's just a different form of the word. So this proverb is really saying, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. Our next proverb, and a personal favorite of mine, if there's a will, there's a way. This means that if you want something, you'll find a way to get it done. Nothing is impossible if you want it enough. This proverb is a great motivator. For example, if your dream is to become a movie star, that's what you want. You will always find a way to attend acting classes, go to auditions, and practice your skill. You'd work really, really hard to achieve your dream. If there's a will, there's a way. And our very last one, number 8 today, is beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers means that a person that has no options needs to accept what is offered to them. For example, let's say Karen here. She doesn't have a phone because she broke her last one, and she really needs another one, but she doesn't have enough money. Luckily, you are very kind, and you have an old phone that you're not using anymore, so you decide to offer it to her. But she doesn't want it because it's old, and she demands that she has your new phone that you're currently using. That sounds a little bit crazy, doesn't it? She's a beggar, so she can't be a chooser. She needs to accept what is offered to her because she has no other option. And that is all that we're learning today. We learned some really awesome proverbs today that are really commonly used. They're also great little bits of advice. I hope you enjoyed the lesson and that you find some opportunities to use these in your spoken English. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go because it really helps me out. Also click that notification bell and follow me on my Instagram and Facebook. Have a lovely day, guys. I'll see you later. Bye!